Hello. Let me take this mic closer because I really want you to hear that you are amazing. For even just being you, showing up at full power, at full force in your life. And who am I to deny that to you, that you're doing your very own best? Who am I to deny it to you that you are really standing your ground? And I'm saying that because I know that at least, you try. I know that you're trying to live your best life. I know that you're trying to have the best life experience. This is why I'm so relentless in showing up for you. Showing up so that you have the tools. You have the insights. You can implement those insights and you have the accountability, if so. Because that's also what I hold space for. It's accountability, is making sure that humans take it on at full power from within, from their soul. And you and I, we're humans, right? Embodied souls. I've never shared what I will share and lead you through and guide you through. It's really the first time, and I'm going full on and all in. This Holy Shift event was born as an improvement and an upgrade and an expansion of a previous event that was choosing self-mastery over crisis. It's very interesting that last time, at the time of the event, I was going through pretty much the same shift, and I chose self-mastery. This time, rather than fighting versus the crisis, choosing self-mastery over crisis, I decided to embrace the shift. So is that how you go about anything that happens in your life? When something happens in your life, do you actually embrace? Or you try to change what's going on? There's no way you change what happens in your life if you do not step in, pause, slow down, present, patient. You see how slow am I going compared to the previous lives also? It's intentional. It's the intentionality of power, nurtured with the right time and the right space, which does not mean that speed, like society is trying to impose, it's not even trying, it's actually achieving to impose on us speed. It's not bad. But how do you embrace speed so that, like Romans, Latins used to say, festina lente, you hurry at peace? How can you hurry at peace? With a peaceful state of mind, you also move fast. How can you do that? You really need to bend time. You really need to change the concept of time for that. And that's a shift, a radical shift that you need to operate. You know, there's that matrix right behind me, that model of reality that is about you tapping into your soul. Okay, that is about tapping into your soul and understanding that your soul knows what life is all about. It knows it. That part of you knows it. And when you know that it knows, this is what you do. Do you want to do this in life? No matter the shift happening? Taking a deep breath in, realizing that whether you're going through a separation, whether you're going through a divorce, whether you're going through a being fired, whether you're going through an actual earthquake, whether you're going through your house being taken by banks because you're in debt and bankruptcy, whether you're fighting with everyone and everybody because you decided to do something in your life that it truly took some courage for you to do. But now you feel into this deep shit. Let me say that. You feel into this deep shit. You feel like saying, oh, this is really shitty life. But from this state of knowing, from this state of knowing that it's not that shitty, it's definitely shifty, continuously change. You need to embrace that. How can you embrace that? Turn off distractions. So I said that I did never share what I would share, and this is the practice in itself. Never publicly. Always in my programs, always to my coaches and mentees and so on and so forth, but never privately. Okay? Never, publicly. Bending time, making it disappear, making all distractions be irrelevant to your soul, being so irremovable from what's relevant to your soul and its calling to actually embody itself in you. Can you do that? Would you like to do that? So this is a special live, and let me say, time does not exist as long as your focus sits on your divinity, on your right of being you. It's your right. And this might not make sense to many of you. It's actually quite deep wisdom. I realize it as I say it. I I went kind of the extra mile saying I will show up and share something that I've never shared. And this is where I'm going towards, and it's pretty deep. It's pretty deep. Focusing on you. Focusing on who you are and understanding that you're not the identity you are. You're not the identity. It doesn't matter if you die and you learn in a holy shift, spending time in the reverence of death. Spending time in the reverence of death, spending time with the consciousness that it doesn't matter if you die, because if you die, it will not matter to you, human, anymore. It doesn't matter if you fail, because that will add value to universe anyways, and you're a part of it. You're a little piece of it. You're a little piece of shift. You're a little piece of shift. You're so important because of that. Because in the grand mechanism of everything, can you feel it? Can you feel it? This is why I'm going so slow. This is why I'm inviting you to slow down, to take it easy, to breathe in and breathe out. Do you realize how such a little piece of shift of this big shift you are? In the previous session, public session, we said that winter is coming. The whole global situation is pretty shifty. It's changing. You're part of it. So there is a secret. There are 6 secrets, actually. There's 6 secrets. But I'll share one now. And this is not from me, of course, but it is from ancient scriptures. I'm a yoga teacher at the core. I'm a yogi at the core. I'm an alchemist at the core. And one of these one of these 6 secrets. Now let's not change direction. One of these 6 secrets, it's called Viveka. Viveka. And coming from the word in itself to what it makes me think, because of the sound, and I have the first language of mine is Italian, or anyway a Latin language. Vivere, to live. It's to know. But you see what I'm saying, to know. When you say I know it, you need to feel your ass tightening, your perineum, like I know it. You see, like, I know it. You need to get from that sense of knowing that everything is alive. Viveka is, in terms of one of the 6 secrets and gifts of life, of the soul, through your human existence, is that when you realize that everything is alive, when you realize that everything changes, when you realize that everything wants you successful, so it continuously adjusts around you, whether you can control it or influence it or not, from the unknown that is outside of the 3 circles. It's doing its own very best to shift around the centerpiece that you are, that your soul signed you up to be. And you need to know, oh my God, when I say this, that I know there's this plentitude So, Viveka, the awareness of the fact that everything changes and the knowing that the only thing that will never change is that things change for you, through you, as you. They become what they become, and they see themselves, universal consciousness, seeing itself and understanding itself, experiencing itself through the understanding of your soul, individual soul consciousness. And this is the secret. Can you embody that? Take a deep breath in, as if it were the last one right now. This is your last breath. Breathe in. Breathe in. This is your last breath. This is your last breath. Don't let it out for no reason, because it's your last one. You need to use it well. What do you use it for? Let me repeat it. This is your last breath. Take it in fully. How much would you breathe in knowing that this is the last one? Would you stop when your brain thinks you're full? Actually, my lungs feel full, but I said it's the last one, so it will be the last in-breath of my life. Would you become resourceful to expand your ribcage, like would you become resourceful to breathe in more if you knew that this was the last one? Note it down. What are you gonna do? With this last breath energy. Once you know that, once you know what you would do with that last breath that you just stretched to let in, and literally you didn't just breathe in and that's it. No, you breathe in and then wait, this is the last one, so I really need to make space for it. Okay? And that's the attitude in life when you have Viveka, when you have that, I know that things are changing all around me. They are revolving around the centerpiece of who I am and who my soul signed up me to be. Embrace this holy, sacred shift that happens all around you the whole time. There's so much power with all our speakers sharing at the Holy Shift virtual retreat series. Therefore, all the holy shifts that are happening and they'll keep on happening, because there's never death, like there's never flat line in universe. You need to know it, you need to embrace it, you need to remind yourself of that. Can you feel it? Can you feel what's happening in your life? It's not random. Can you feel what's happening in your life? It's indirectly under your influence and control, even when it feels not. It is. Can you see you can implicitly and like spiritually control also what you cannot control? Because when you see it, it's like you can't change someone else's thoughts about you, but you can change how you perceive it. Therefore, those thoughts that and what they mean, it will be different. You can change what the government is doing. Therefore, without blaming it, you can actually change it and shape it through you adopting a different attitude, a different behavior, a different view and different beliefs and thoughts and paradigms about what the government or the non-controllable is doing or looks like. It's in your power. This is what's about to happen in your life, especially if you join Holy Shift. There's the link that is scrolling down in this video. If you haven't joined that yet, I would invite you to do that. You'll see the next one coming. That, as I speak, is in September 2023, but I don't know when you will cross path with my soul, dear embodied soul, human. Embodied soul is a synonym of human. An embodied soul is a soul living a human experience with a body and a brain and a mind and emotions. Are you ready to experience all what life is trying to give you? I know sometimes it feels like numbing is the best choice. Numbing yourself. Like I have put a reminder on the back of my TV, and there's written, Ayrton, what can you do more and better than watching TV in this moment? And I have put that message there in one of my darkest times, separating from the mother of my kid. I was really feeling like watching TV and my favorite movies or whatsoever the whole time because I wanted to turn off, escape, hide, stop hiding, super soul. And I say super soul because if you're hearing me, you're receiving this knowledge and this wisdom. It means that you're meant for something. Shifting great. I mean it. I love you. I had put that because I needed this message from a higher space. And I got that like, hey, put this message in behind the TV and turn it around. So imagine having that board, like turn on the other side with that message so that if I want to use the board, I need to like face the message. And it's like, oh man, using the board, maybe it's not a great idea now, but like sure, the board it is, but the TV wasn't. Was numbing myself. What are you hiding for? So what happens if you don't embrace the knowledge and wisdom that Holy Shift and all next level embodiment speakers take on the plate for you on a regular basis through these interviews, through the app library of wisdom and knowledge and added value and free masterclasses that they bring you from the community circle group coaching and the in-person and virtual retreats, indeed the Holy Shift and embodied retreats that we host. What will happen if you don't? By saying no to these things, by saying no to your soul taking the driving seat, what are you resisting? What are you resisting? And look at yourself keeping on resisting. Imagine you keep on resisting that for this week, for this month, for this year. You keep on resisting. Imagine you keep on resisting your greatness. Today, tomorrow, the coming week, the coming month, the coming year. What does it feel like? And imagine instead, actually choose to embrace it. Look, it's a beautiful say to say that life is very shifty at times, putting the F in between the I and the T instead of saying shitty. what shitty life I'm living. Going through this, going through that, going through this, going through that. It's shifty. It changes. It shifts. Circumstances change, and we'd rather live a familiar hell than an unfamiliar heaven. This is why it feels so bad when it shifts. But it shifts for good. It's trying to give you what you're asking. So what are you asking? It's seeking you. What are you asking? It comes to you as you welcome it. You join the next holy shift. Because if you embrace it, what you just felt, by taking that deep in breath and knowing what you do that last breath, you know how it would feel. How would it feel to do that? Today, I have this assignment for you. Do that as a priority. It's the most relevant thing that you could be doing in life right now. Do what you thought during that short exercise. Go do it. Go do it and feel the feeling of doing it. And if it feels good, come back here and share the greatness. Share the feeling. Inspire others to do that. Stick around. Fuel my mission, meaning let me know that it was great, because I will keep on going and do this for others more and more and more, making the world richer in what truly matters. That's what's written on my head. That's a reminder that I've got in my head. Okay? Write down, how would I feel by not taking action on that now that I know? Take some time, even pause the video if this is a replay, or do it later if this is live. But what would I feel if I did not take action, follow through with the intuition, with the understanding, with the feeling of what it truly matters, what truly matters to me? What would I do with the last breath? Maybe it's one thing, maybe it's few things. Write them all down. Exhaust yourself with those things. Bucket list of last breath things. And now, how will I feel? Second question, how will I feel as I do them? As I live that next level right now? Because that is next level stuff. That's what your soul signed you up for. That's what your human feels great and fulfillment when doing that. It's like, oh yeah, life is truly moving forward actually. I'm doing those things. Now life is moving. Can you feel? Can you feel it real? So I'm gonna leave you with this. That's the assignment for you, okay? And please share. Please share in the comments or in the exercise workbook, whatever depends on where you find this video, okay? And join the next holy shift. You choose how much you pay for it. Because I do believe that you deserve to be served. You deserve to be held accountable for what you came up with in this exercise. I believe that you deserve to be served and to be elevated, because if you're in here, it means that you care about humanity and the planet and other people, and you want to make yourself stronger first. That means that you're about to support the global community in its holy shift happening in the winter that is coming, towards the summer that will be, because it will be. Let's go together. Get clear on what you'd feel if you did not join this holy shift, embrace this holy shift in your life. Get clear on what you'd feel by just shifting and doing what you came up with as you took that last breath, and join the holy shift with that specific intention in mind. The next one coming, and by the way, you'll have bonuses. That means you'll join the community before the holy shift happening, before that event happens, whatever the next one is for you watching this. Now it will be this weekend in September, depending on when you watch this. It might be in November or whatever, right? But as you join, just know that you'll be already in togetherness with others that are going through what you're going through as humans, as embodied souls. I told you that's a synonym for me. Living human experience. They're doing what they're doing and they're celebrating doing that, and you'd celebrate with them and you'd share, and you're like, woohoo! Experience unreasonable joy in sharing that with humanity. Okay? I count on you for yourself to expand and unleash and let it in. That's what embodiment is. Welcoming the greatness your soul signed you up for. I love you. I leave you here. Do your assignment. Stay unlimited. Go expand.